At Chucky Cheese, the animatronic band was the star of the show. They would perform for the kids, playing their catchy tunes and singing along. But for the employees who had to work around them, the animatronics were anything but fun. It started with small things, the characters' movements becoming a little too fluid, or their eyes following the employees around the room. But one day, something much more sinister happened. It was a busy day at Chucky Cheese, and the animatronic band was in full swing. The kids were dancing and singing along, while the parents watched from the sidelines. But then, something went horribly wrong. One of the animatronics, a large and imposing character named Chuck, suddenly stopped playing his guitar. His eyes went dark, and his movements became jerky and erratic. The kids stopped dancing and started to scream, while the parents looked on in horror. Then, Chuck's arm fell off. At first, the employees thought it was just a malfunction. But then they saw something moving inside the animatronic. It was alive. Chuck's arm had been taken over by a swarm of rats, who had chewed through the wires and taken control of the animatronic's movements. The rats were everywhere, their beady eyes glowing in the dim light. The employees tried to shut down the animatronics, but it was too late. The rats had taken over, and they were hungry. The band started to play again, but this time their songs were warped and twisted. The children were crying and the parents were screaming, but there was no way out. The animatronics were alive, and they were hungry. One of the employees, a young girl named Lily, tried to make a run for it. But as she turned to leave, one of the animatronics reached out and grabbed her. It was Chuck, his arm reattached by the swarm of rats. The other employees watched in horror as Chuck began to drag Lily into the backstage area. They tried to stop him, but he was too strong. The rats had given him a new power, a new life. The screams of the children and the employees echoed through the halls of Chucky Cheese as the animatronics took over. The swarm of rats had infected them all, turning the once harmless machines into something much more sinister. In the end, no one knows what happened to Lily, or to the other employees. The animatronics were shut down, and the rats were exterminated. But the memory of that day lives on, a warning to those who dare to play with the things that were never meant to be alive.